best new free games that have already been released in Steam. Greetings, my dear friends. It's been a while since I shared with you the latest news about the world of freebies on Steam. Honestly, it was quite an adventure, and I spent half a day recovering from the excitement. However, I managed to dig up some gems from the depths of that chaos. So without further ado, let's dive into the most noteworthy free games that have emerged recently. Monsters Domain Prologue. Let's dive into Monsters Domain, a role-playing action game that takes us to a world where we can finally stand on the side of monsters and defend our domain against relentless heroes who seek to plunder our treasures. As a dungeon lord, our ultimate goal is to prevent any intruder from setting foot on the territory of our monstrous minions. To achieve this, we must grow our army, starting from humble skeletons hiding in the corners and gradually building up to a formidable legion of darkness. We can play as any monster from our army, issuing them specific orders. Each defeated hero makes our forces stronger and grants us the opportunity to equip or enhance our minions. From my perspective, it looks quite intriguing. It's a pity that for now it's only the prologue. World Boss. The next game is an action-packed shooter called World Boss. In this game, dozens of players strive to outdo each other by equipping themselves with various gears. For instance, you can choose to be a sniper with a jetpack or wield an assault rifle that shoots rockets during reloads. Yes, it may sound peculiar, as one typically reloads to replenish ammunition, but the fact remains that these rockets soar through the air, taking down enemies. Your primary task is simply to eliminate foes, gather experience, and climb the leaderboard. However, that's not all. It's called World Boss for a reason. If you manage to secure the first position, you become the titular World Boss, and gain the ability to unleash special bombs that can obliterate parts of the map, or even outright end the game. Undeniably, it adds an intriguing twist to the gameplay experience. Home Sweet Home Online. For enthusiasts of heart-throbbing experiences, I can suggest an alternative to Dead by Daylight, Home Sweet Home Online. True to its Asian style, the game has its own unique features. At least here, 2 teams of 4 people each battle for the souls trapped in a nightmare. Terrifying creatures roam this realm, and to make things even more exciting, players can control them. By accumulating enough souls, the game consists of several rounds in which teams must gather as many souls as possible within the limited time and work together to perform a ritual of awakening. But beyond that, one simply needs to eliminate their opponent, so to speak. 1v1 LOL. Looking for a game that runs on low-end systems? Well then, welcome to 1v1 LOL. It's a third-person online shooter with building mechanics. You can engage in battles with other players in various modes, such as 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. But most of the time, you'll be playing Battle Royale. Your main objective is to eliminate opponents, gather loot, and be the last one standing on the map. You'll have a wide selection of weapons, including tools for destroying walls in the surrounding environment. The game stands out because it has no time or ammo restrictions. You can roam freely, shoot as much as you want, and build to your heart's content. The only limit is your skill. While the game doesn't have any unique tricks, if your hardware can't handle Call of Duty or even Fortnite, this game is a true savior. Undawn. Another option is to immerse yourself in a post-apocalyptic action survival game. In Undawn, you play as a survivor in a world ravaged by chaos. Your task, as usual, is to explore various locations, gather resources, craft and upgrade equipment, and build a base. The gameplay is divided into 2 aspects. PvP, where you engage in combat with mobs to obtain resources and other necessities, and cooperative play with other players. Moreover, this game supports cross-platform play between PC and mobile devices, allowing you to enjoy the game comfortably, whether you're sitting on a couch or lying in bed. At first glance, it may not seem like a masterpiece, but it is quite decent. However, if you play it on a mobile device, the experience becomes even better. Symphony of Souls. An extraordinary novelty, Symphony of Souls is a rhythmic platformer based on the Greek myth of Orpheus, who strives to rescue his beloved from the realm of the dead. The gameplay primarily consists of 2 aspects, platforming and rhythm. You navigate Orpheus in first-person perspective, traversing various locations in the underworld, leaping across walls and grabbing objects, all in sync with the music. The music serves as a pivotal element of the game, as each of your actions contributes points and unlocks new layers of the soundtrack, making it more comprehensive and diverse. Thus, as you progress, you create your own unique music soundtrack throughout the game. Untamed Tactics. The Prologue. If you are a connoisseur of tactical role-playing games, then here is a delightful novelty for you. Untamed Tactics. In this game, we find ourselves in a world inhabited by sentient animals, where thrilling turn-based combat and an unexpectedly compelling storyline await. Our protagonist, Grey Code, a former soldier of the Empire, has been betrayed by his companions and is now forced to flee. The narrative is divided into several chapters, each presenting a unique tactical adventure in different locations. Each chapter boasts its own scenario, dialogues, and characters, except for the main hero, which is also quite intriguing. During battles, you will command a small team, each character possessing their own unique abilities. The main objective is to aid the main protagonist in his escape. BlasterBeat. Here's another rhythm game for today called BlasterBeat. It's a shooter where your goal is not only to aim at enemies but also to hit in sync with various music beats. You can choose any character you like, as well as different weapons, each of which is, of course, unique. But the most important thing is that you can only shoot at specific moments when arrows appear on the screen, indicating the direction of mouse movement. This means that you need to not only aim at enemies, but also follow the rhythm of the music and move the mouse accordingly. The more accurately you hit the rhythm, the more damage you'll inflict, and the more points you'll earn. It may seem a bit challenging at first, but in practice it's quite manageable. In addition to weapons, by the way, you can also use various abilities that depend on the character you choose, which adds an extra touch of excitement to the game. Emprise Prologue. Perhaps you are interested in a game that combines time travel and survival. That's exactly what Emprise, although for now it's only a prologue. Eventually, the full game will allow you to roam through different eras. But for now, we can only dream as only the prologue is currently available. It allows you to visit two epochs, the prehistoric era with dinosaurs and primitive humans. You can battle gigantic reptiles, tame and ride dinosaurs, explore ancient temples, and even craft various items. However, it's worth mentioning that this is not a complete sandbox experience. Nonetheless, it's quite enjoyable, and the visuals are honestly quite appealing. It may be a bit limited, but it's still great fun. Quasimorph End of Dream. The overwhelmingly positive reviews have caught my attention, and I am quite intrigued. So let's delve into the matter at hand. What is this game all about? It is a prologue to a turn-based RPG set in the future. In this game, you become the boss of your own private military company, carrying out various tasks for wealthy corporations, battling demons, searching for new technological advancements, and simply trying to survive in the harsh world of the future. The combat system is based on turn-based actions with random events that will even force you to make difficult decisions that will impact the fate of the main character. However, despite the seriousness of the narrative, the game is filled with humorous moments and clever references. As for the visuals, well, you can see for yourself, they're quite impressive. And in terms of gameplay, it is truly excellent. Magic: The Gathering Arena, which recently launched on Steam. Your objective in this game is to build a deck of cards and outsmart other players. The gameplay closely resembles the tabletop version of the game, but with some simplifications and improvements. The game is divided into turns, and turns are broken down into phases. In each phase, you can play cards from your hand or activate abilities of cards on the battlefield. To do this, you need mana, which is the primary resource in the game. Mana comes in different types, but delving into the intricacies of gameplay and how to play is not necessary. You will figure it out on your own. What's important to note is that the card game itself is fantastic, and the tabletop experience is truly remarkable. So if you enjoy card games, this is definitely worth checking out. Veiled Experts. Let's check out Veiled Experts, a third-person shooter where fierce agents with special abilities battle it out in a destructible battlefield. It's a chaotic mix, but the gameplay looks quite intriguing with a wide array of weapons and diverse characters. What's cool about this free-to-play game is that it offers great optimization and impressive graphics. The only flaw is that the developers overlooked the option of rejoining the game if you get eliminated, which is a bit of a bummer. Nevertheless, it's a fantastic game. I hope you found something cool for yourself today, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. With you, as always, was Game Like. Take care.